listening to Independent TV 7. Anxiety in Lagos over plan to resume EndSars protests. There is anxiety in Lagos over planned resumption of EndSars protests today by some youths amidst threats by the police to resist any gathering. The EndSars movement is said to be mobilizing to stage a fresh protest across the state, citing harassment of the promoters. The State Panel of Inquiry investigating alleged brutality and abuses by the disbanded state anti-robbery squads, well as the recent Lekki shooting, had suspended sitting on Saturday when two youth representatives pulled out in protest against the freezing of accounts of the EndSars promoters by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The youth, it was learned and gathered, are already mobilizing ahead of today's protest 3 weeks after the state recovered from massive assaults and destruction of public assets in the previous protests. But the state police command has vowed to resist any fresh protests. Daily Trust observed that the state command had deployed its men in strategic places in Lagos to foil any protests at Alausa in Ikeja, parts of Awolowo Road, Ikeja Underbridge, Ikeja among others. The police command said it would resist any planned protest, procession, or gathering under whatever guise in the metropolis, insisting that the government and residents were yet to overcome the wounds sustained during the recent EndSars protests. The command spokesman, Muyiwa Adejobi, said intelligence gathered from relevant bodies indicated that some unpatriotic elements or groups of people have concluded plans to orchestrate another set of violence in the state. He said a new group of protesters under the guise of the recent EndSars was planning to stage another protest when the previous ones had been adjudged till further notice as violent, dangerous, and counterproductive. Premised on this, the command therefore wishes to warn any individual, group of students, or any group who might want to stage any form of protest, either peaceful or violent or gathering whatsoever, to desist, as the police and other security agencies will collectively and tactically resist any security threats or threats to public peace which might be triggered by protests or protesters in Lagos State, Adejobi said in a statement. Meanwhile, the national coordinator of the Youth Rights Campaign, Aderamoye Michael, and the national secretary, Francis Mwapa, charged the police to reassure the Nigerian people and youth that SARS and police brutality is truly a thing of the past by not behaving like the defunct SARS in flagrantly disregarding citizens' constitutional rights. You're listening to Independent TV 7. I'd like us to lay our comments, and don't forget to press the subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Independent TV 7, and don't forget to share our news so that you could get more news. And I want us to deliberate on this matter, that if truly they are ready to withdraw the case by freezing the accounts of the promoters of EndSars, so there won't be any protest, or otherwise there will be protest. You're listening to Independent TV 7. Thanks for listening.